Hi, buddy. He's not such a little goat anymore.
He's not such a little goat anymore.
The picture on my background on my phone is still you holding him when you were in the nursery over there, and he was much smaller in your lap.
He's so much bigger now.
A little different now.
But I heard that belly rumble.
You.
He thinks he's still little though.
Well, yeah, we treat him like he's a little guy.
I love you too. Aw, love you, buddy.
Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. It's a hot one today.
It is a warm one today.
I have to open with that because I literally have sweat running down my legs, down my arms. If I pet one of the animals, I'm covered in as much fur as they are.
I was just cuddling with Mr. Sprucers.
That's true. Hey,
He's warm.
Speaking of get out, we had a bird, a guinea, get out yesterday. And quite frankly, we don't know how long he or she was out.
No.
But we're going to talk to you about that in just a little bit. Got to get the animals fed today. I've been holding out, telling you guys about our bird run up there because we wanted a little bit of time with it. We wanted to see how effective it was in real life, real time. And I think we got enough data now to share.
Yes.
Because that's how you look at things, right?
I can't say that's how I look at things, but if that's how you look at it, then okay.
Oh, you know I do.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm fully aware.
And we're sporting the Spruce Lee Ninja Goat shirt and the Shady Acres Farm One Day at a Time
Yes.
shirt.
Which you can find in our merch shop.
Down below. All right, well, let's get these guys fed and get up there because I literally have sweat running all over my body.
So sorry.
That's all right. Mom! Dad! Dad! Mom! Spruce Lee! Well, we haven't let him out of this side of the new pen yet.
Is this your new pen? What do you think about this?
I claim it as mine. I don't
heard
care
what
if you
got.
say it's a nursery or not. I don't care. It's mine.
He says, open the gate and let me out.
Hi, Bubs. Hi, big guy. Sprucers. I've still got to narrow that gap a little bit here, bud.
Oh, no. He says, just let me out. If your body was smaller, you could escape, dude.
You spoiled little goat. Hercules, can I meet you at the other gate, dude?
You are a spoiled little goat.
Ain't nothing little about this, Mom. Look at how big I am. I'm big stuff.
You are big stuff.
Where's my food? Thanks for my shade. Look at... Hey.
Aww. Hey, you two lovebirds.
Mario, you're so handsome.
Are you two just hanging out or what?
That is too cute.
You guys are adorable.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you're gonna make some really cute babies.
Wait, what? They're not mine. No, you can't prove nothing.
I don't think you're gonna be able to deny them.
Golly, look at you chewing that cud. Like you guys, was this a cud date? That's too funny.
Hey, Weech.
Hey, Mom,
buddy.
where's my food?
We're gonna get it, okay?
All right, Herc, I'll come in and love on you because I know you like to be first. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm Mr. Hercules. You did a good job at keeping everybody safe last night. Yes, sir. Always doing your job, aren't you? Always doing your job. I know it. I know it, big handsome.
Hey, Herc. I filled this hole in yesterday.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody's been digging again.
That was Spruce.
Oh, was it Spruce?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Oh.
I knew better.
Oh, okay.
It was Spruce.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Excuse
since
me,
he's
Ouija.
spoiled,
I'm
we
gonna
can't
smack
get
you
onto
with
him
my
too
tail.
much.
He's just gotta do his rounds. Are you getting impatient, Ouija?
Hi, guys. How are you two? Herc,
Herc says, not done with me, Mom. Not done with me.
did you not get enough attention yet? Maybe if I pay attention to you for just a few minutes, then
Just
you'll get your
a few
fix in.
minutes. I was thinking a few hours.
A few hours?
Yeah.
I gotta edit today. Can't spend a couple hours with you. Don't put that on.
Well, come down here and edit. I'll be your edit buddy.
I spent a couple hours with you down here yesterday.
Nala
Handing out your pen.
always brags about getting to be your edit buddy. I could do it too.
You think so?
Yeah.
She's really good at relaxing. I don't know that you're so good at relaxing. You need to be touched nonstop.
Well, I don't see the problem.
Well, that's not a very good edit, buddy. I need you to just nap. Yeah. Nap and hang out and lay at my feet. Can you do that? What are you doing, Spruce? Are you trying to tell me where the food is? All right. No, you don't need to be in there. Hey. Hey, little guy. Oh, your neck is super crusty. Hey, look. Come on, Spruce. Come on.
It's coming, big guy.
Come
it's
on.
Coming. Keep your horns off.
Come on, over here. Hey, come on. Sprucers. Hey, spoiled goat, this way. Come on.
Oh, what a spoiled goat.
He was really enjoying eating out of the bin instead of coming with me.
I'm sure he was. This guy's putting his horns on me to tell me that he's hungry as well.
I'm hurrying.
Hey, you gotta get back so she can come in and give you your food. Yeah, I saw you being gross.
You stink, dude.
Yeah. Go on. Go on out there. You know where to go. Good job. Keep going. Keep going. You big oof. You big oof. Good boy. All right, yours is up there, kids. That's a full bag you got there, Mama. Can I put that in there for you? There's so much food for her.
Hi, little guy.
When we came and fed him last night, that little guy was pretty just zonked out.
Yeah, he was tired.
Right up against the gate. We couldn't even go in there with him because he just wouldn't wake up. We had to check and make sure he was breathing a couple times. He was good. He was just tired.
Just sleeping.
Well, let's get some fresh hay for him in there, and I'll go get the water turned on, get everybody watered. They had a water party over here.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, the shallow one's like empty.
Oh, wow.
And the big one's pretty close. I don't know what they were doing.
What's up, mister?
Let me get your water going, buddy. Oh, let me get that bucket of water, dude.
I just thought I would.
Cleaning and haying coming along over there.
I just thought I would get some cuddles in while you were taking care of all the animals.
Deal.
Bless you. Is it your turn? Mama says she wants to eat first. What's up, Harry? Good job, Miss Blue. What do you think, Spruce?
Want some fresh water, baby? Let me get you some fresh water, okay? Spruce, watch out, buddy.
Spruce says, I'll show you where the hay is.
Oh, yeah.
It's over here.
I'll break in here and show you how to eat it.
She's like, I'm not moving, just work around me.
She's doing great. Poo in the shoe.
Ew.
Not even close to the first time it's happened. Thank you.
Hey, Sprucers. He's like, oh, thanks for opening up my feeding station for me.
This my hay holder here. They can have that little bitty one.
He's got hay hanging out of his mouth and he's drinking water at the same time.
He's a real cowboy.
You're so silly.
Oh, I get everything I want, Mom.
Boy, that's the truth.
I deserves it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well, you okay with Spruce eating your hay?
Same way you went to get your head in there to get it out. Atta boy, okay. All right, he's like the only semi-smart goat when it comes to getting his head stuck. He knew how he got his head in there, so he just came back and got it out the same way.
He says, Dad, I'm a genius.
Yeah, your brother Luigi couldn't quite figure that out. He would always get his head in there and then couldn't figure out how to get it back out.
Him's dumb.
Well, yeah. I'm sweating profusely.
I'm sorry.
It is humid and it is already hot out. Hi, big guy. Hi, big guy.
We are not teaching you good habits.
Yeah, no.
You're gonna be a terrorist later. Are you learning some tricks from Hercules? You got dirt on your head, you're playing with sticks.
Hey, I love it. Before we go up there real quick, no, we still do not have a bird shelter, and yes, it is driving me nuts. I need one. We talked to Chad and Ray. We actually went out to their farm yesterday and kind of got the rundown on their chicken coop and some of their sheds and things. And believe it or not, I am even potentially considering, if the timeline works out, just buying a pre-built coop. Well, ultimately, materials are still a little pricey, and if I go and buy brand new, or even if I have some I could, you know how it is. So we're gonna weigh the options, but part of the reason why I haven't even started on that building yet is because I've been working on this nursery, because Miss Mama, any day now, those Mario babies are gonna come. Shannon tells me it's gonna last, 5 months.
Hopefully not any day now, hopefully more like 4 weeks from now. But we wanna be prepared just in case.
Yeah, and I don't wanna try to cram her into that space with Blue and the goatlets that are over there. We'll bring Blue and them over here because I technically have a little bit more square footage, and then we'll let Mama be over there, and that way I may not have to build as robust a shelter. I don't know, we're just kind of
taking it day by day.
But I did get my posts in. We're having a heck of a time finding the proper gate latches for those gates that match the ones over here. We can find the ones that are much bigger, like we use on our gate up front, and we can find the ones that are much smaller for like galvanized tubing, chain link, but can't find the ones we want there, dual locking going both ways. We did talk about, with you guys, and a lot of you suggested it, moving this panel over. Well, I was able to get the gate on, and I'm at least just using the chain latch right now to hold it shut. I got a little bit more finessing to do to finish that out, but it keeps the goats in. So it took them a while. In fact, Mario and Luigi, probably the longest. They would come and stand right here and look like, should I be able to see in there? Can I go in there? Spruce, on the other hand, goes in. He's been eating. He lays up here. Herc lays up here.
Spruce thinks that this is his room. You got kicked out of your old room. And so you think that this is your room, don't you?
Well, every room is my room, Mom.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand the thinking thing.
Oh.
I don't think, I just know.
Oh, my bad.
This my pen, that's my pen, that's my pen. This delicious. So anyway, this is almost done. It is hot. I did not use the power auger to dig this hole. I went old school with the rock bar and the post hole diggers just because I was so close to the edge of the fence. Earned myself a good little blister and a bad spot on my hand, so called a timeout on that. But I don't know, maybe I get the right gloves on and can finish it out today if my wife will let me.
I don't know why you say if I'll let you.
Because you don't like when I hurt myself, knowingly.
Well, I don't like when you hurt yourself, but...
Sometimes you're okay with it. Sometimes you have the desire to hurt me, so you're like, yeah, go ahead and hurt yourself.
No, never.
So yeah, I think just one more day's work and at least the pen structure itself will be finished. And then I'll work on, I'm gonna have to work on a shade solution over here because it is a little bit too sunny throughout part of the day. And so we've got some options for that. But
Somebody
people
likes it.
Yeah, this guy, I don't know if this guy just like needs extra vitamin D or he just loves it or he runs cool. I don't know.
He's just working on his tan.
He loves to lay in the sun. Oh, yep,
Oh, they're still there.
They're still there. They don't bother him though, so don't comment down below. It's very normal. He's doing great with it. All right, let's go see some birds and hopefully none of them got out last night. Hi, birds. It cracks me up because they already know the sound of the four-wheeler coming up the hill means fresh food and wormies and all that good stuff. So they're not scared of it. They actually run to it whenever we're coming up to them.
They're like, give me my wormies, give me my food, and freshen my water.
Yep. Hi, birds. We'll get you taken care of here, okay?
What's up, big turk? Hey, why are you pecking me? You're kind of scaring me. Where are you taking me? I feel like you guys are chasing me. You guys literally have me backed into a corner. Okay, all right, okay, all right. I was watching them while you were getting their water, and for one, the turkeys kind of chased me, and that scared me, so I had to come outside.
All three of them or just the two white ones?
All three of them, they kept following me.
Well, they want their wormies.
Well, I was waiting for you.
I appreciate it.
And then I tried to go in and get some footage of the guineas eating, and one of the turkeys came right up to the little door and puffed up at me, and I couldn't go in. They kind of freaked me out.
I know. Well, I got their water thing cleaned out, got fresh water in it, and Shannon and I have been freezing one of those big old liters of Propel, but it's just water. And so then we put that in here and let that keep the water cool throughout the day. And we come check on them periodically and see if they need more or if they've knocked it over, but it's going pretty well.
Yeah, and putting it on the concrete block has helped too.
Yeah.
Help keep it cleaner.
Be nice, everybody. You coming in?
Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll be distracted by you and won't feel the need to chase me as much. See, look, they're all following you, so they're not chasing me.
They're just looking for their wormies and water. we are going to build a different watering solution. In fact, we've got some friends that process chickens, and so we stay in touch with them and some of the things they do, and they've got a really cool watering system. And then, you know, we want to free range these guys eventually, so I'm not as concerned with a feeding station, but I would like something that doesn't require we come up and do this manually every time. Yeah, they're ready. You guys need your wormies? Are we already that spoiled?
So I do already have the little watering cups ordered for their watering system. We just have some more work that we need to do on this run for it to all kind of work together. So we're gonna work on that one of these days.
I love these guineas, but I don't know if they get smarter with age. I threw some of the wormies out here, and some of them obviously went back into the coop. And this is what they do. It takes them quite a while. I have to go put wormies in the entrance of the coop so they know to come out and find the rest of them.
They are not the smartest animals, I do have that to say. We're gonna talk about that door latch.
Complaint number one, the door. There's pros and cons to this. It's not gonna be a bash fest at all, but we do have the little things that now that we've used this for a couple of weeks, I would definitely like to see done differently. As if my opinion matters whatsoever to the engineers. Guys, there's a caterpillar out here you haven't even eaten. He's just walking around all free.
Come on, Turks. Come on, guineas, come this way.
Is Christina Hensworth over there?
She's on the other side eating worms.
I'm trying to get Shannon. I think his name is Chris Hemsworth, right?
I
Thor,
think so.
the guy from the movie that we just watched on TV. I love that guy. I mean, I'm not sure anybody that doesn't. So I thought, how cool would it be to name our hen Christina Hensworth? Shannon doesn't love the idea.
It's not that I don't love it, it's just...
Stupid.
I thought we weren't gonna name the birds.
Well, she's pretty easy. She stands out, you know, and I have faith. She's pretty loyal to us.
That's true.
It's these guineas that are tough, and then the meat birds, man.
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
I kind of think so.
Actually, the bigger one. The bigger one is Thanksgiving. The smaller one is Christmas because it's going to need a little bit more time to grow.
See, I was just thinking it was the other way around. Sometimes I think one of them's bigger than the other, and I go back and forth. But Chad's really taught us a lot, or a lot more than we knew, about these meat birds and how big they can get, and they can, like anybody, they can have heart attacks. They can get too big. So sometimes their purpose really needs to be for a meat bird so that we don't, you know, lose them and miss out on an opportunity, you know. Because guess what? Now all I can eat is chicken and turkey and fish. And you are one of those three. But you're gonna have a good life, I can promise you that.
The feathers are really starting to turn pretty on these guineas, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're really pushing out a lot of their early feathers finally.
Yeah, the fuzzy ones.
Yep. Still waiting on that Christina Hensworth to grow a little bit more so she's easier to tell apart from them. She obviously, I mean, her feet are just massive and her body stands up way higher off the ground until she's bent over trying to eat.
She's sweet, but she's a curious little thing.
Oh yeah.
Aren't you? Please don't peck me. No, please don't peck me. What if I pet you? Will that keep you from pecking me? You're so curious that you kind of scare me a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so we do need to go over the details of this guy, and at least Shannon's and my experience with it and what we think of it. We don't have any other basis of comparison. These are our first birds ever. This is our first large piece of land, so if you're new here, just know that we don't come from, you know, previous
years of
coops
experience.
or run. It's just personal opinion. And to begin with, everything you see here, with the exception of the coop inside and of course the feeders, came in one box. In fact, it's a box that big right there, because we have another one we're going to use for a future project. But this is from VEVOR, that's VEVOR. And if you look down in the description below, right at the top, we should have a nice little link for you. And I believe there's even a discount code. So if you're looking for something like this, check it out. I'm going to go ahead and ruin it and say overall, I think it's worth it. I want to say this is the largest one they offer. They do have different roof styles, none of which are any taller than 6.5 feet right here in the midpoint. So I'm about 6'4", give or take a little, and that is the only place in this run that I can stand up. Now before I get too far, yes, I know I can build little frame walls, I could put cinder blocks down here. We're gonna do that in the future, but this is what you get when you order it. So we figured we'll give you the opinion on this, and then we'll make our modifications as needed.
But I have to say, even as somebody who's only 5'4", I'm ducking constantly too. The way that the roof is angled, it just doesn't allow much walking room in there.
Well, and it doesn't help that your dumb husband hung a roosting stick on one side of the coop that you have to go to get around it. So that's going to be coming down, which will help a little bit because I crash into it all the time.
Also, I think we put the coop in a very poor place.
Oh, yeah, go back and watch that video, bringing the birds up. That was a whole event. So that's not the final destination for that coop. It was just bringing something familiar up here for them and getting acclimated to their new space. So there are a few different roof styles. I believe that, I forget the names. There's like the dome that obviously is just going to be a big curve. And then I think this might be the spire, and there may be one other that has more of like an extra bend right here. But again, none of them are any taller than 6.5 feet right here in the middle. So I don't know that it would help us all that much. And at the time we were working with them, this was the only style in the 20-footer that they had. So this one dimensionally, everything's in centimeters, but technically it's around 19.8 or 20 feet long, 10 feet wide. This is the largest one they offer, and then they get smaller from here. I think most of them stay about this wide, some of them are shorter. The little fastening pieces where all the bars come together are just that kind of spring-loaded clip style. And the frame was honestly the easiest part to put together. I think the instructions called for about 2 hours, and I think we got it done in about 10 or 12 total. Sort of kidding. But the hard part, at least for me, you see these little zip ties? I really emphasize little. And they give you about 250 per run, but I can break these by just tightening them myself and getting my finger in here to pull the other side through. Not fun. So Shannon helped me a lot with that. I would do as much as I could till I got frustrated, and then I'd call a timeout, walk away. She'd come in and kind of work behind me and help get those zip ties in there.
And 250 zip ties that they supply is not enough,
well,
by the way.
It is and it's not. So we used the zip ties even to close the seams where, you know, this is, I think, it's a 4-foot piece of this mesh, and you basically would just drape it up and over, and then you go back around and attach it to the posts and everything. I think that's pretty common. But what they give you a real thin gauged wire, rubber coated wire, to put in those seams, and basically you got to run it between every single hole. I did it once. That was it.
I wasn't about to do it. Give me zip ties.
Yeah, we decided we'd go ahead and use the zip ties. We dipped into the zip ties from the next one that we have, and we'll just have to go buy more zip ties. I think we've got some extras down there, but we got really zip tie happy. If you are crafty, or if you enjoy long, tedious projects, very detail oriented, you may enjoy the wire stuff. I don't know. But that was definitely the most frustrating part of assembly. And that's also partially why we wanted to give it a couple weeks before we gave you our feedback, because after you're done, you don't want to mess with it for a while. You don't want to talk about it. That's not the time to give your opinion. This tarp, it did come with the tarp. It comes with these handy little elastic attachment things that you can go all the way around and hold it down. So that'll give them a little bit of extra shade and a little bit of rain protection when it rains again, if it ever does. Okay, second biggest pain point. The height of the thing is just the first one. I'm like, it wouldn't be that hard to add length here. I don't think the cost would go up that high, you know, but if we got this part higher right here, another 18 inches or so, the whole thing would go up, and that would be fantastic.
Yeah, because the sides, they're at such an angle that you just can't even walk through without hitting your head on the sides.
Oh no, yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, I look pretty silly going through this thing. The other pain point though, this door. So it's meant to be handy as a two-part door. Basically, they want you to be able to leave the bottom part closed, and then you could open the top part and I guess feed or do whatever you need to do. Maybe that makes sense in the smaller runs. I'm not really sure, but Shannon and I, that's not effective for us whatsoever. So if we were to just open the bottom, we obviously still can't get very far in there and do anything. So we actually took our heavy duty metal zip ties that we use down there to hold the panels to the T-posts, and we just went ahead and attached the top and the bottom so it moves as one unit. The problem with that is these latches are designed for each individual piece of the door. So if I took this latch off and only latched it up here, there'd be too much of a gap right here and those birds could get in and out. You know, if I'm looking for the split door, that should be an option that I pick. I want the whole door, and I wish it were taller, but I'm gonna stop talking about that. And then these guys, they can be altered a little bit. You put this little bar on here and it goes in there. You know, you can kind of turn this and tighten this nut down. And I've tried different angles and things, and none of them are really perfect. So the door can be a little tedious. I think the height and the door are really the only two kind of pain points, but I will say the cost versus going and getting all these materials and doing it yourself, whether with lumber or metal or whatever, if you don't have a creative engineering mind and you can't come up with, you know, how to get your roof the way that you want it and things like that, this is a great out-of-the-box solution. Just be prepared to take your time to put it together. And when you get,
and it will take more than 2 hours.
It will absolutely take more than 2 hours. It said 2 people, 2 hours. This one was way more than that. We'll see. We may actually, it may be kind of fun to do like a time lapse of us putting together that other one. We just kind of got to think through finishing this guy out, getting their shelter and everything in there. But overall, not bad. I do like how it's only off the ground about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. So it's a very small gap, but yes, it would be much more effective to put something underneath this and then we could secure it to that, and then we could run like hardware cloth below it.
Basically, we're gonna build a frame for the whole perimeter out of wood, raising it up 18 inches, right?
That would be ideal. They do have holes in the little corner platforms here, and then they give you tent stakes, so if you were to just want to run this straight into the ground, you could, or you could get some, you know, not very big, you could get some bolts to run through there and then go down into either cinder blocks or wood. You have options to expand this fairly easily, I think. I think the structure is rigid enough to do that. We just, like I said, wanted to get it out of the box and let you see it as it comes. So overall, it served its function. I told you guys earlier in the video that one of the guineas got out, and that was our own fault, where I got frustrated one day and was just basically draping the mesh over, then going back and zip tying. There was one spot that had a gap that was about that long, and one of the birds was able to squeeze through there. The nice thing about guineas though, guys, remember, these are not chickens. Guineas are a herd bird. I don't really know what they're called, but they're a herd bird and they want to be together. And once they've made their little family, as you can tell right there, they like to be close to one another. They like to run in numbers because they are lethal together, but then they are fragile alone. So when he got out, or when she got out, I came up here on the four-wheeler and I noticed there was one just kind of running around what looked like the outside of the run. And sure enough, she was on the outside, just going around, pecking at about 4 or 5 others that were just following her around. All I had to do was get the door open and kind of do the shooing game. You know, you can get a stick or whatever and just kind of shoo them, and they want to be back in there with their other bird friends. However, just like you saw earlier, sometimes they get stuck in places that they can get out of, they just don't know it. So you got to do a little bit of coaxing to get them in there. But other than the door and the height of it, I really don't have any complaints, as long as you can survive through the assembly.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I feel like it's done pretty well so far.
Yeah. So guys, if you're interested in this, check the link below. If you do use that link, it does help support the channel a little bit, but if you don't need one of these, don't do it. But these are our thoughts and our opinion on the larger chicken run from VEVOR. All right, for what it's worth, that's our 2 cents on the chicken run.
Yeah, that we're not using as a chicken run right now.
No chickens.
But it's a bird run.
It's a guinea turkey run. It got us to where we could get them up here out of the brooder, out of that smaller coop. They can stretch out, fly around, get up on top of the coop. They can do their birdie things now. So
Yep.
it definitely fit the need for what we needed immediately.
Yeah.
Now I just got to finish building them a shelter and some better roosting spots. Well, all of our animals are doing very well. They're just trying to stay cool today, as are Shannon and I. And I think we've made it to where they can.
Yeah.
That's good. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.